If the 4-year cycles are dead, what does that mean for altcoin season? Because Charles Hoskinson, the head of Cardano and one of the co-founders for Ethereum back in the day, believes that this is exactly what's happening right now. And this is happening at the same time that CNBC is reporting that Bitcoin is about to go parabolic in the next 3 months, and they're pointing to the gold versus Bitcoin chart. I want to look at this for you guys and talk about both of these stories relating to Charles Hoskinson and this 4-year cycle being over, this potential Bitcoin rally, and altcoin season. What really is altcoin season? And if Charles Hoskinson is right, is altcoin season even a thing anymore? Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let's get into this video. I want to start with this one. One thing that we've been talking about since we started this channel, back at the tail end of the last bear market, right when Bitcoin was coming down to its lows over here in 2022. We were talking about how 4-year cycles are something we've seen historically in this market, and we've talked about how Bitcoin from the lows to the highs lasts about 1,060 something days in a bull market. That's something that I've been talking about a lot. Technically speaking, that would mean that the clock has run out for this Bitcoin bull market, but yet here is CNBC going out and saying, oh no, over the next 3 months, Bitcoin's about to go parabolic. Well, if that happens, then that means Bitcoin is going to be going an extra 90 days over the 1,065 days. And we're looking at like 1,150 days at that point, which is not what we've seen historically, which then also means that the 4-year cycles as we know it are over. And that's what Charles Hoskinson is saying. And he's saying because these large institutions have such incredible trading tools, it's going to cause less volatility, similar to the stock market. And there may be something to this. And there really may be something to this. And this is something that I really haven't been open in believing in. I believe the 4-year cycles. I'll believe them until they don't exist truly anymore. But I will tell you this. If we do see a continuation for Bitcoin through the end of the year, that would be evidence in my mind that the 4-year cycles as we know it are over. And when I say that, I am not telling you that I don't believe we can't go into a bear market where Bitcoin comes down to the $60,000 or even $50,000 price level again. I still think that those moves are possible. But what I'm saying is there is a point that Charles has in this video when he went on CNBC saying that these tools that these institutions are trading are literally designed, the way that they're designed and the amount of money that they're trading over time will cause the market to be less volatile, like we've seen with the stock markets and all the bot trading and all the things that are going on every single day in the traditional market. Now, how do we see this 4-year cycle officially die? Well, I think if we have a continuation of the price action for Bitcoin to the upside, that is an invalidation of this 4-year cycle. Now, if Bitcoin goes parabolic in the next 3 months, that could happen. Why are they saying this? Well, if you look at just how this is, when gold is rallying, and this is the gold chart up top here, gold is rallying. What you've historically seen is Bitcoin has kind of come down. And then when gold starts to top out, that's why I have this little line here, Bitcoin starts to bottom out and start to rally. And people are saying that the top could be in for gold soon. Gold's been on a tear. And so that Bitcoin could start rallying. So right now, I am actually, really enjoying speculating on this market myself. And I'm currently playing around with a few trades on Solana in a 20x long and on BTCC, playing around with 15x long. And you can take a peek at these trades. I got my stop losses set. You know, I'm picking my own levels, looking based on support and resistance. Messing around right now over on BTCC, which there is a sign up bonus in the description of this video. For anybody that wants to sign up for this platform, there's a 10% deposit bonus. It's super easy to sign up. Just an email address, set a password, and you're in. And there are these sign up bonuses. And you can just sign up using the description down below if you're trying to trade some of the volatility. I mean, if you believe that there's going to be a continuation like this to the upside, you can go long. I've got my stop losses set in a pretty tight range. I'm looking for short-term quick moves, not being in some extended 3-month trade. Instead, personally, I'm looking for quick in, quick out opportunities. But I do believe that something like this is possible because what we have seen is as Bitcoin rallies in the past, or excuse me, as gold rallies in the past, Bitcoin typically likes to catch up. And if gold starts to top out, Bitcoin could start catching up. And if that happens, your 4-year cycles could, in fact, be over as we know it. And again, that doesn't mean that we can't go into some sort of bear market, but maybe the timing of these things, bull markets, bear markets, is just going to be a little bit different because of all the different players that are now involved in this market. So can we still have an altcoin season? You know, and it's interesting because here's like this whole story from Cointelegraph on what is altcoin season. They go through and explain it very simply. We don't have to go through all this. It is when Bitcoin has rallied and then Bitcoin starts to slow down and we see Bitcoin funds flow into altcoins and then altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin. They talk about some macroeconomic factors like interest rate cuts causing more liquidity in the market, causing a pump in the crypto market, a altcoin season. Well, that is something that we have going on potentially right now. And what I'll tell you guys is this: if Bitcoin does go up over the next 3 months and we do see this bull market continue for Bitcoin, then I don't think we can call it off for altcoins. In fact, I think that altcoin season could still very much be in front of us if this is true, if Bitcoin is about to go parabolic over the next 3 months, like we want it to. The 1,065-day thing that I've been talking about, from the lows to the highs, is what we've seen a lot from Bitcoin in the past. But given the gold rally, given the macroeconomic factors that are playing out right now, there is a bull case that is very enticing still. And I am not ready to concede and say that the bull market is over yet, personally, but I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this market right now? Like I said, I'm playing around with this market right now. You know, stop loss is set, doing my trades according to, you know, the way that I feel about this market right now. If you want to do some trading as well over on BTCC, check out the easy sign up bonus in the description down below when you sign up for BTCC. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, DCA. Hold on, my friends. This is the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. Always do your own research, my friends. I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Peace.